The human mind wasn't designed to process the infinite, but you're living in a world that never turns off. And somewhere in all that noise, you went quiet. Let's talk. Not about what's urgent, but what's silent. That fog behind your eyes, that dull ache in your chest that isn't pain, but isn't peace either. You're not overwhelmed. You're not broken. You're just numb. And I've been there. Mental numbness isn't emptiness. It's the result of carrying too much too long, without rest, without meaning. It's not sadness. Sadness moves. It's not anger. Anger speaks. Numbness is what happens when your soul gets tired of screaming into a world that only hears results. You stop feeling not because you don't care, but because you've cared more than your nervous system could handle. The mind, much like a machine, enters safety mode, not to punish you, but to preserve you. Emotion, in its rawest form, is a sign of life. Numbness is your inner system saying, "Let me rest." And here's what I realized. Numbness is the price of misaligned living. We feel numb when we live for things we don't believe in, when we give too much to people or systems that don't give back, when we silence our own voice in exchange for approval, stability, or survival. Sound familiar? Here's the truth. No one wants to tell you. You don't break out of numbness through force. You dissolve it through honesty and small intentional friction. Start with honesty, not the kind you post online, the kind you whisper in the dark when no one's watching. Ask yourself, what am I doing that drains me? What used to light me up even a little? Who am I pretending to be okay for? Even the question itself can spark a flicker. Then create friction, not chaos, not overwhelm, just a small disruption to the loop. Wake up 1 hour earlier and sit in silence. Walk outside without headphones. Write a letter to yourself, even if it's nonsense. Do something unfamiliar, something slightly uncomfortable, like brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand. These seem meaningless, but they're interruption points. Numbness survives in loops, but presence hides in the cracks. You don't need a breakthrough, you need a breach in the cycle. Don't chase happiness. It's a stimulant, it comes and goes. Chase engagement, chase clarity, even if what you feel first is grief or confusion or fatigue. That's still something, that's movement. Feel the breeze. Feel your own pulse. Feel the heaviness in your chest and don't run from it, because feeling heavy is still feeling alive. You're not meant to be switched on all the time, but you're not meant to be offline either. There is a sacred place between chaos and nothingness. It's called presence. And when you stand in that space, quiet, clear, awake, you start to remember who you are. I won't pretend the fog clears in one day, but I will tell you this. You are not your numbness. You are not your productivity. You are not the absence of joy. You are the one who notices the silence. And the moment you notice, you've already begun to feel again. When I lost myself to numbness, I didn't find my way back through success or stimulation. I found it by becoming still enough to hear my own thoughts again, and kind enough to listen. When your emotions go quiet, that's not the end. It's the invitation to go inward, to re-meet yourself, and to remember you were never lost, just waiting. Now breathe. Feel that? It's not joy. It's not sadness. It's something better. It's you returning.